morning to everybody. Chairperson of this inaugural World Ranger Congress, special guest, Honorable Minister of Forest and Environment, Mr. Shakti Bahadur Basnet, Chairman of the Parliamentary Committee, Honorable Member of the Parliament, Honorable Member of the Provincial Council, all the representatives of the local bodies, participants, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, it gives me great pleasure to be here with you at this very unique and historic gathering. Please allow me to extend my warm welcome to all of you here in Nepal, and this one of the most important tourist destination of Nepal, the Saura. I express my sincere thanks to the International Ranger Federation for choosing Nepal to organize this event and the Ministry of Forest and Environment for hosting this event and inviting me as the chief guest to address this auspicious gathering. Distinguished participants, I am delighted to inform this imminent gathering that Nepal has a very historic and tremendous political changes and created an atmosphere of political stability. I think that you may have well informed about the very unique and homegrown peace process and Constituent Assembly and the declaration of the Federal Democratic Republic. All these tremendous political changes has created a very conducive and favorable atmosphere for the political stability, economic development and prosperity of this country. One of the preconditions for attaining prosperity and happiness is people live in harmony with nature. Nature is our life and lifeline. We cannot live without nature, therefore we do not have a choice. We must save nature to save ourselves and to create an atmosphere for our future generation. Nepal has a long history of forest and biodiversity conservation. Community forestry program and protected areas management system in Nepal are few successful examples in nature conservation that we can showcase to the international communities. We have established protected areas covering nearly 24% of its total land mass. Over 1/3 of our population is engaged in the management environment for hosting the event. Sustainable utilization of forest resources through community forestry. We are making concerted efforts on conservation of the biological diversity to a large extent, contributed to conserve biodiversity by directly involving local communities. By developing national policies and strategies and through various institutional arrangements to act jointly at the global, regional and national level. We have enhanced our conservation initiative by strengthening cooperation with neighboring countries and forming South Asia Wildlife Enforcement Network for a coordinated regional response to combat illegal wildlife poaching and trafficking. Despite this fact, forest and biodiversity conservation has been facing a number of threats and challenges these days. As population grow around the globe, physical infrastructure and rapid economic development has been taking place, leading to putting pressure on forests and biological resources. While development is a pressing need, striking a balance between conservation and development is challenging. Increasing trend of human-wildlife conflict is another challenge, posing a serious threat to coexistence between people and nature. This is the stark reality on the ground which needs serious consideration at national, regional and global level. Environmental crime, particularly poaching and the illegal trade of wildlife and forest products, is expanding at transnational level and posing a challenge to law enforcement authorities. The adverse effects of climate change, particularly climate-induced disaster, has devastating effects to all species, ecosystem and biodiversity at large. May it be in the Himalayas or in the Africa or South America, negative impact of climate change has been increasingly realized, which has severe implications on ecological resilience and community livelihoods. To address the challenge that we are facing in forest and biodiversity conservation, I request you all participants, rangers, experts, managers, researchers and policy makers to share your noble experience, best practices and resources outcomes and contribute to our mission of nature. Conservation, no matter which nationality you are, where you work and what position you hold, we need to invest on developing the capacity of our frontline staff members and indigenous and local communities in resource conservation and getting fair and equitable benefit from the use of biological resources on which their livelihood depends. In doing so, we need adequate financial resources. I do hope that the Congress will provide a platform for rangers and conservationists to share their knowledge, create network and partnership and build capacity through a cross-pollination of ideas, technique and best practice of conservation initiatives that have been tested across the globe. I'd be much happy if you suggest us a way forward for future course of action for the days ahead. I also believe that it is high time for us to work collectively in saving Mother Earth for generations to come. Let's do not harm to nature, but use the nature wisely so that people can protect nature and nature protect people. Distinguished participants, the government of Nepal has announced Visit Nepal 2020, and therefore I ask you all to enjoy Nepali nature and culture and recommend your family and friends to visit Nepal in 2020 to experience a lifetime adventure. There are so many national parks and there are so many historic places, as all of you know, birthplace of Lord Buddha, Lumbini, and highest peak of the world, Sagarmatha, all lies in Nepal. Finally, I wish a grand success of this 9th World Ranger Congress. Thank you all for your kind attention. I wish a very pleasant, fruitful and joyful stay here in Nepal. Thank you very much.